everybody, how's it going? This is Notorious Squirrel, your squirrel in the middle, and today I am going to be a parasite squirrel because I have just received this bad boy, the Diabolic Parasite, and this has been sent out to me via a competition that I won on Ghost Strat's Discord server to do with a CTF that he'd put on, and I won this a couple of months back. And now that the crowd supply, and now that that Unit 72784 has got this sort of up into production, they sent it me out, so I am super excited about it. I've been looking forward to this for a long time because this is right up my street. This is real. This is, I gotta say, this is proper. This is no messing about. This device is something that you would expect to fall out of James Bond's pocket or any other generic spy. But yeah, this is serious kit. This is not a toy. This is not playing around. Like, look at the size of that. Like, it is tiny. Like, this is a keyboard mouse receiver, and this is the Diabolic Parasite. Like, it's the same. Once I'm gonna get a case as well made for this. So once I've got a case made for this, it'll look just like a receiver. Just that you'd plug into the end of it. The quality of it as well, when you actually feel it, and you know what I mean, when you feel something in it, like there's no like loose little bits, no rattling little bits, it just feels like solid, neat. When you look at all the circuitry that's been done, and these have been handmade, remember, as well. Like, these haven't just been churned off a production line. Like, these have been put together with love, with care, with passion for the project and for what they've made. So hats off to Omar, who's made this, because this is just beautiful. Like, look at that. Like, irrelevant of what it does, it's beautiful. Like, in my eyes anyway, it's incredible. So this is the Diabolic Parasite. Let me show you what it does. See here, I've got my attack surface here, and I've got, excuse the tablet, it just works best for demonstration purposes, and I have got my tablet that I'm going to have the UI for the Diabolic Parasite on there, so you'll be able to see what I'm doing on the various things and how it reflects on the UI and how cool and silky smooth that the UI is. It's been made. Just going back to the device as well, as you can see here, this device is super well made. It's so good. Like, this is something that would fall out of James Bond's pocket. Like, there's a couple of other devices on the market, and I support some of them massively and think they're incredible. But this thing is the bee's knees. It's the dog's breakfast. It's absolutely incredible. It's so good. It's nuts. Like, and the quality and the feel of it, it's got a nice weight to it, but obviously it's light, how small it is. The components and the parts and how neat they are is just beautiful. Like, the workmanship is, and the craftsmanship that's gone into this is insane, considering these are put together by hand and they're not on a production line. This is somebody that loves the project, that's passionate about the project, that wants the best out of this. You can see it, you can feel it. Like, it just emanates quality and good work. For what it is, it's insane how small it is and how good quality it is. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'll show you. So it's literally as simple as this. You get your keyboard USB, your HID device USB plug, whether it's a receiver or a wide connection. Plug it in again. As you can see there, an LED has popped up to show you that it's not connected, so the red means it's not connected. Once I connect on this, you'll see that it'll turn to green. In the settings as well, you can also tweak around a bit so those LED lights don't come on, so it makes it even more stealthy. Hopefully those sirens aren't for me, if you can hear them. So that'll make it even more stealthy by playing around with those settings. So now I've got that plugged in, that is transmitting its own access point in AP. So what I'll do is I'll turn the tablet on. I've already set this, so the password is Diabolic Parasite, so it's a Diabolic_Parasite. It doesn't come with any instructions, but you don't need them, and I'll show you why, because in the UI once we get into that. But yeah, once you've plugged it in, it will be broadcasting that AP, and then we'll log on. Once I've logged on to that, you'll be able to see the UI and we'll get cracking. Cool. As you can see here now, we are on the UI, and you can see there we're on the editor. When you come into it, it brings you straight into the editor page. You can see there I've just put a little string of little payload in there that I've just messed around with. That one opens the GUI window. Make sure none locks off for some reason. Put that on there. Opens PowerShell. It then just does ls command to show you what's in, and then it just drops into the downloads file. So just a simple proof of concept to show what's going on here. As you can see now we're connected. Like I said, there's a green light on there. If I dropped on and off there, you'd see that sort of drop red and green. But yeah, just so you know, ready to go. You can see you got ready to go there. The settings are up in this hamburger icon here, and you can drop and toggle. If I ban that, you're into settings. As you can see here, LED status. So you've got your AP, your AP, SSID, Diabolic Parasite. Obviously, if you're out in the field, you would want to change that to something less, to more stealthy and less diabolic. You've got your password, which you can change. You can enable auto run scripts. LED status. Obviously, if I disable LED status, boom, as you see, and back on, and then fast start up. Obviously, everybody wants a fast start up. Bang the parasite, and we're back to where we want to be. So, if we want to start with, what I'll start with is the login functionality. Obviously, you can see there that it's the manufacturer name Logitech, the product name USB receiver, so it can get those PID and VID credentials off the device and tell you what it is. You're also able to change those credentials as well with this, but that's for a later video. I just want to concentrate on showing the sort of two main functions here today, and then we'll deep dive and get some playlists on this subject up and running in the future. So within this window, like I say, all you do is click on there, and as you can see, and obviously here's my keyboard, it plugs into there again. Look, no wires. I feel like a magician. So, yep, spin that around. Obviously, oh, you can see I just banged something there and it's come up. And it tells you, so it tells you every single keystroke and every single button as well. You are also able to see capital letters, where some of the other devices on the market at the minute only show you the lowercase inputs and they won't differentiate between it's a capital or it's a lowercase as well, which is really cool. So, as I said, you can just put simple hello world, it puts in hello world, it shows you the capitals, it shows you that I used the left shift to change that H to a capital, and then left shift for the W. It shows enter, and look how, like, when you watch this back, like, how quick. So I press it, one, bang, it's straight in there. The speed of this, so I wish I could spell, is insane. It's so cool. So obviously, if you had this in any machine nearby to you and anyone was logging on or whatever they were doing, writing you a love letter, that you would get that message pretty much instantly. So that's how cool the reflection is and how simple it is. It's just literally plug and play and you get it on the UI instantly. If we drop over to the editor, and obviously I've got this little payload here ready and raring to go. You can obviously also do this on the fly as well in that editor, which I'll show you in a sec as well. We can change that to something else. But if I just move this keyboard out of the way, oh no, not the keyboard, it's touchscreen, stop being an idiot, and I run that, as you can see, just instant nums there. It's just straight away. So watch again how quick that is. Boom. Done. Yeah, so like I said as well, you can change that on the fly. So just have a little, excuse this, readjust so you can see what I'm going to write. So if we just get rid of all this a second, we want, we'll stay with you. We'll have the window opening, here we are, and then we can just put in something like youtube.com. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm about to do and you've guessed it already. Obviously, it was obviously going to be this, wasn't it? remember when you're doing these payloads in Ducky script that your commands and your special keys are all in, and I've done that wrong. Write in the comments as well if you saw the mistake. This was a test, remember, and I wanted that in capitals, so I don't know why spell check has just changed that. Yeah, all commands are always in capitals. I don't want you there either. So if we drop that over there again, onto view, and then we will execute. And hopefully that'll do what it said in the tin. Obviously, with you on your phones or your tablets or your keyboards, you'll be a lot quicker than I was there, because trying to do that around the camera and mess around isn't the easiest. Oh, one thing I've just come across with this laptop, the keyboard output is different because it's a smaller laptop. It's a funky little keyboard. So this is why it's worth testing and playing around with your payloads before you do them, because if you can see there, it's just come up with the little apostrophes, so just need to reroute that and change that because of the way this keyboard layout is. It's a numpty, and I forgot about that. And if we run that again, and there we have it. So obviously that's applicable to absolutely anything. You can use those commands for anything you do know in Ducky script exfiltration. Obviously you can download scripts off the Hack5 payload hub as well. If you're not familiar with the Hack5 payload hub, get yourself onto that. That's really cool. I'll put a link in the description for that. But yeah, there it is in its main format. It's just awesome. Like I say, I absolutely love this, how simple it is. It's incredible. As for the instructions part I was saying about before, you don't literally get it, you just get this bag and that's it. You don't need the instructions though, because first of all, when you go into the main GUI, UI, you get these little question marks, and when you tap on the question marks, it gives you a run through of what that function is, what it means. That's one of the things. It's all simple and it's pretty much plug and play as well anyway, but the added bonus of opening into the log as well, you get these on there, just makes it even simpler and even better. Obviously there's a terminal as well, so you can run commands and everything through a terminal. And then settings here, again, it gives all those little question marks and runs you through everything. Obviously the self-destruct on this is a true self-destruct, so just be careful with that. You'd need to reflash the device once you've done that, and then at the bottom there's an update. So once the updates start coming in from Diabolic Parasite, you will start to be able to just go onto that direct link, download the file and just upload it straight onto your device as well via this. So yeah, it's a really simple, really great device. In the help section as well, there's scripting, documentation, special functions, exfil there, lang ignore, jiggler, random cadence. Obviously random cadence is there to emulate some of the threat locker and computer security systems. When you use a rubber ducky and you're throwing out 60,000 characters a second or whatever it is, a minute, it's like nut speed, and computer security systems are designed to see that now and recognize that. So this random cadence will slow that down and make it look like a human rhythm, which is incredible, so it will go undetected. The USB ID, so you can change your vid, your PID, product and manufacturer there, keyboard ready. So there's loads of different functions there, and it goes through that. It goes through your Ducky functions as well. So if you don't know how to use Ducky, this gives you a nice simple run there. And there's your main runs, your rem, which is just your description, and tells you sort of what it is. It's a comment. Default delays, string, you write string whenever you want it to type any text afterwards. Repeat and relay. Repeats are good because it will do something over and over again. Locale, set the keyboard layout. Key code, specific key codes. LEDs, so you can make the LEDs do what you want as well, manipulate those. Goes into standard keys, modifier keys, and then just your other sort of special keys and what they might do as well, and how to use those, print screen and things like that. So he's made it so effective and so simple. And like I said at the start, this thing is a true red team device. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there at the minute which is great to play around with, and so much fun, and the development and the communities around it are incredible. But this thing, if I was a professional red teamer, this is what I'd be buying. And I'd bang a nice sleek case on it, and it would look like a little receiver, and absolutely no one would have no one would have a clue what was going on with it, and it doesn't show up on computers. It's just incredible. It's really cool, but I'm going to go into more detail and stuff like that in later videos. I hope this video was insightful and good. Anything you think I've missed, give me a shout, let me know in the comments, and let me know obviously what you think about it in the comments as well, because I absolutely love it. It's incredible. Hats off to the maker and designer of this, because it's truly a professional, incredible, beautiful device. So peace. Remember, like and subscribe, helps me out. Leave any comments in the comments for me, and that'd be great. Thank you.